What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down just by that title alone, guys. You can see it. We've got ABC debate moderators Lindsay Davis, David Muir finally facing some serious consequences in this newest update. That following, the foul play that was found exposed during the first presidential debate between Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, guys. I'm excited to get into this and see exactly what's going on there. So I'll hop straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks.
ABC News Tonight should have never actually gotten a debate. I got to tell you, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, we got to be smarter as Republicans, right? You got to dig your heels in and say, if you're Kamala Harris's sorority sister, okay, if you're her little yaya twin and you're running ABC News, then you don't get a debate, okay? You get conflicted out. Conflict of interest. It happens in a court of law all the time. Oh, okay, the judge is sleeping with the lawyer or whatever. It's conflict of interest. You can't try the case. And that is exactly what you saw. And we saw something interesting this weekend. We were driving down the road here in Tampa, and I look up and I see a billboard. And it is billboard with David Muir's smug, dopey-looking face on it, advertising ABC News World News Tonight. I said, oh, man, they must be in trouble. If they are buying advertising in Tampa, Florida, they must have some problems. And lo and behold, David Muir's ratings are dropping like a rock, like a meteorite from heaven, drops 12% following ABC News debate scandal. The show has fallen off a cliff, lost nearly 1 million viewers, lost 1 million viewers. So 1 million people tuned out of ABC News Tonight.
And those same 1 million people that ditched ABC, David Muir, after that scam debate are the same folks who turned straight to Donald Trump. I'll say that right now. ABC did Donald Trump such a huge favor by, trying to scam him out of that debate, guys. You see it right here. The numbers show. I mean, come on.
So 1 million people tuned out of ABC News Tonight. Good. Gracious. Good for them. Following the September debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, ABC News World Tonight anchor David Muir, who served as one of the moderators, has seen his viewership collapse. Fox News saying it averaged 6 million viewers instead of the normal 7.5. Well, I can't believe there's that many people still watching nightly news. The Nielsen ratings are completely broken anyway, but doesn't matter. The numbers were twice that just a decade ago. So this is dinosaur media, dinosauring. Muir and Lindsay Davis were criticized for fact-checking Trump. They've since said that there was no plan to fact-check Kamala Harris. And that maybe the ABC affidavit is right. The affidavit, it says that they gave Kamala the questions ahead of time and that they had promised Kamala Harris that there would be no mean questions to her. There would be no questions about certain topics she didn't want to have touched, and that they'd only fact check Trump. It was a rigged debate. Kamala Harris acted like it was a rigged debate the entire time. Smug and sneering and smiling. Like it's the entire thing. It's clearly a setup. It was a crime scene. And everybody saw it. Look at that. You can see here. ABC News. This is these are the ratings. ABC News has collapsed in the ratings, and well, I guess hopefully following in the direction here, you can see NBC and CBS also collapsing the ratings, -20%. Yikes.
That's what happens when you think your viewership is just dumb, flat out stupid. You try to lie, you try to paint this picture and gaslight them into believing your false reality, but they're actually not as dumb as you think, guys. That right there is what that drop in ratings is showing right there to me.
Also collapsing the ratings, -20%. Yikes. ABC David Muir sees newscast ratings decline after controversial debate performance. Oh, man. Now he's on to explain himself. David Muir. Oh, boy. Okay, so I want to remind you guys of how bad this was, because it is easy to just kind of forget these things, and there's so much happening. Donald Trump, another assassination attempt. Just a reminder that David Muir didn't just fact-check Donald Trump. So he's getting attacked for fact-checking Trump. He deserves that. Fact-check Trump, by our count, 6 times. Most of the fact checks were fake. not even real fact checks, because he was wrong. He's wrong on the FBI data. But there's one in particular that was egregious, where he tells Donald Trump whether he was being sarcastic or not. This is what passes for debate moderation these days. This is like a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher is like arguing semantics of like the third grade. It is a despicable act. Look at this again. Here you go. You can't get worse than this. You just can't. Donald Trump tells a joke, and David Muir does a fact check on whether Trump was being sarcastic.
2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say
sarcastically.
That.
You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically.
So Donald Trump has every right to say, you know, I'm talking off the cuff. I'm making my own, I'm speaking for myself. I'm making my own commentary. And
unlike Kamala Harris, guys, camp out Kamala is always hiding out. She can't make her own statements. She can't speak off the cuff because it's just so disingenuous. She's like everything she does. You got to think about Kamala Harris. She is just fake. She's phony, guys. And that's why we get Donald Trump getting these random fact checks over his statements. They nitpick his statements where there is nothing to even nitpick on Kamala Harris because she doesn't make statements, guys, unless it's already scripted out. I mean, come on. This is the candidate Donald Trump's up against. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
I'm making my own, I'm speaking for myself. I'm making my own commentary, and I'm being sarcastic. How are you possibly able to, and look at the way that Kamala Harris carries herself in this. Look at the way that even the camera positions looking up at Kamala, is looking down at Trump. Any filmmaker.
And then look at this, guys. I've been pointing this out on every single video. I want you to see. Look at her hair, guys. The earrings showing here. Guess what's not showing right here? She's so confident because she's got another player in the background. She's got someone in her ear whispering everything she needs to know, and she still somehow bombed it. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, folks. Look at it. Look, I won't tell you a lie. Her hair is literally covering up that ear on every single time she's speaking. Check it out.
Maker will tell you there's the hero angle, right? And then there's the villain angle, the diminutive angle, looking down. The best part about this is David Muir's response to this is remarkable. Listen,
that's why they're allowing them to come into our country.
I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm. Lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it. And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know.
Shut the up, dude. What? I didn't detect your sarcasm. This is why we're all watching the debate, dumb bastard. What is that? I didn't to figure out whether David Muir can detect sarcasm. This is what we're all concerned about right now in the debate. So despicable. Here, David Muir trying to defend himself.
And we spent a lot of time, and I believe it was our duty to ask the issues that Americans care about. You know, the economy. Are we better off than we were 4 years ago? Immigration. What are you going to do about the border? Why did you wait so long before you acted at the border? Those types of questions.
He asked those questions, but there was no follow-up response. Kamala Harris ran away. She punted every single time when one of those questions came up. You speak about the economy, she's bringing up how she was raised as a kid. I mean, come on. She didn't even answer the question about how, if we're better off, 4 years ago versus what we are now. I mean, like, she didn't answer anything. David Muir's over here taking credit like I was a good, moderator. I asked all the questions, but there was no follow-up. And then the most important question I'm so sad they missed out on was, why is Kamala Harris able to lie to the folks, lie to the people, American citizens, all that time about Joe Biden and his mental decline? I mean, come on, y'all. That's the question we needed to ask.
Why did you wait so long before you acted at the border? Those types of questions. Reproductive rights, Afghanistan, do you bear any responsibility? Peaceful transfer of power with the next election coming. These are all really important issues, the issues of our time, really. And I always say as a moderator, what the candidates decide to do with that time, you can ask the questions, but they'll answer with whatever they choose to answer with.
That's right.
And you have to be ready for whatever might come your way, even the most unexpected of moments. As you all know, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I will say this. All of the noise that you hear afterward about, which candidate won the debate, did the moderators win or lose, that's just noise. Yeah. You all know that. The most important thing to remember is that you all have the power. Everybody at home has the power.
Oh, wow. Okay. Look at the audience. It's the Golden Girls? Like, what is this? That's a nursing home? Okay. Yeah, these are all the viewers of ABC News. These are the final viewers of ABC News. Fox roasting the ratings decline, the much deserved ratings decline, saying that David Muir's lying there. It was about David Muir. If it wasn't about David Muir, why'd you keep interrupting Trump? Why'd you keep fact-checking Trump? Why'd you fact-check his sarcasm, you jackass?
Glad that David Muir, towards the end of his interview, mentioned that it's the people, the American voters, the viewers who have the power. Because you know what they're doing right now? They're tuning out of his show. There's been a 12% drop in viewership for his show since the debate. And that's a little bit encouraging to me because it shows that American voters aren't stupid, that they actually expect more from the press. They expect the press to hold themselves to a higher standard than the one that ABC's moderators held them to. And this is actually one of the reasons after the debate, I think I was one of the only ones who thought that Trump won. And it was because he was debating 3 people at once, and also because the swing state,
if not 4 people, guys. She had the headpiece in. Y'all gotta remember, it was a 3v1 to the eye. But if you really looked a little bit deeper, it was a 4v1 with that earpiece, y'all.
Won. And it was because he was debating 3 people at once, and also because the swing state voters from back home in my home state of Michigan and others, they didn't get what they wanted out of that debate. They did not get to know Kamala Harris. They didn't get straight answers from her, and she looked worse as a result.
That's it. Like, great point. It's played out in the polling. The bombshell claims of an ABC whistleblower, we've been covering this, there's a sworn affidavit right here that ABC, from somebody who's allegedly worked for ABC News for 10 years in various technical and administrative positions. This affidavit claims that Kamala Harris was able to ban certain topics that it was agreed to, that Donald Trump would be the subject to fact check during the debate. Kamala Harris would not face comparable scrutiny. Widely known throughout the company that Donald Trump would be fact checked. In fact, various people were assigned to fact check observations as it was perceived candidate Trump would make during the debate. In fact, Harris' campaign required assurances that Trump would be fact-checked. This was done via multiple communications with the Harris campaign, whereas the Trump campaign was not included in these negotiations. To my understanding, any of the rules negotiated conversations pertaining to the debate have to have both Trump and Harris as part of it. Harris' campaign was provided with sample questions, while not the exact questions, covered similar topics that would appear in the debate. So Kamala Harris getting the debate. This is what the affidavit alleges.
Guys, and this whistleblower is from inside, worked with ABC, various positions for the last 10 years, and also has came out and said they do not support, endorse, they're not backing Donald Trump. So they don't have any, political motivation behind releasing this affidavit, their testimony, and what's going on. I mean, this right here in black and white is what happened. Kamala Harris got the leg up and still somehow failed, still somehow lost. I mean, it just does not make sense to me. This is the grand candidate that those on the left keep trying to say that is just so brilliant, but she lost in a debate where she had everything rigged in her favor. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all can see it.
Getting the debate. This is what the affidavit alleges. Kamala Harris got the debate. Questions in advance, got assurances that Donald Trump would be the only one fact checked. I mean, this is what happened, right? Harris' campaign received particular accommodations, including but not limited to providing that the podium significantly smaller than Donald Trump. Assurances regarding split-screen television views that would favorably impact Kamala Harris's appearance relative to Donald Trump. We've talked about that. ABC News has responded saying that Kamala didn't get the questions in advance. This wasn't the claim. The claim was that she got the topics of the debate. And when you ask people, like, what did Kamala Harris sound like during the debate? And when you ask someone who is honest, what they all say is that she sounded like an actress reciting lines, because we all know how Kamala Harris talks. So she's just reciting the lines. USA Today had to fact check whether David Muir and Lindsay Davis were fired. Hopefully this fact check turns out to be false one day. They deserve it. And hopefully the American people continue to tune out of this programming. That's actually the easiest way to get them fired, right? Make their brand so toxic that no one can watch them. That's how you do it. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yo, there we have it, y'all. That was coming from our friend Benny Johnson. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those who want to go over there, check that out, man. Also for you guys to go over there, show our friend Benny Johnson a bit of love, man. Awesome dude, great guy, man. Yo, there we have it, guys. ABC debate moderators and the news network is under fire, guys. They're tanking very rapidly. I mean, come on. People are not stupid. Seen that in that Fox News clip. The anchor was like, hey, glad to see that our voters, the American people, are not as stupid as what ABC News Network, all these lamestream lunatics paint them out to be. You know, they keep trying to put these blatant lies out there, gaslight the people, paint these narratives, these false narratives, false realities they live in, and try to get people to go along with it. But people can see straight through the shams, and it's time to just abandon it all, man. This dinosaur media age just doesn't make sense how they've been able to kind of try to brainwash, lie to the people for so long. I think it's time we go ahead and turn our backs on these mainstream networks, guys. Independent journalism is on the rise. I'll continue to cover everything that breaks right here, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts, guys. It looks like ABC is going under very quick. Lindsay Davis, David Muir alongside of them, guys. Hop in the comment section. Let me know what you got from this. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next week.